Hello students, good morning. Hope everything is fine. So, welcome to my class. Today, I am going to show you how to find the square root of any number which is in the decimal form by long division method. In the previous class, we have learned how to find the square root of a perfect square by long division method. Here I am going to show you if any number is in a decimal form, then how to find its square root. So let us start. So here we go. We have to find the square root of 1.69. So first of all, we have to do the grouping in pairs. For the integral part, we have to move from right to left, that is from the unit digit for the integral part, and for the decimal part we have to move from left to right for the grouping, like this. So this is a simple way of grouping. As I have told you earlier that the first period, this is known as period, this is also known as period. So the first period is 1 and our primary target is the first period. So think of a number whose perfect square is near to 1. It is obviously 1 only. So 1 square, 1 ones are 1. So our integral part is exhausted. Now we are moving to the decimal part. As soon as the integral part is exhausted, we have to put our decimal here. Now the second group will come down, that is 6, 9. This quotient we have to double it, that is multiply with 2. So this will become 2. Now we have to think of a number which should be written here as well as here, so that its product is equals to 69. So I am using 3. So I have to write 3 here also. So this is 69, means I have to write 3 here as well as here, and 23 multiplied by 3 is 69. So our division part is over, remainder is 0. Therefore the square root of 1.69 is 1.3. Understood? Okay. I'm going to show you one more number which is in the decimal form. Suppose 33.64. So here also we have to do the grouping first. For the integral part, we have to move from right to left. For the decimal part, we have to move from left to right, like this. We have to start the grouping from the decimal, both sides. Now think of a number which is nearer to 33, whose perfect square is nearer to 33. So that is 5 only. 5 5s are 25 and 6 6s are 36, which is becoming more than 33. So 5 5s are 25. Remainder is 8. Now our integral part is over. We are moving to the decimal part. I have told you earlier also, as soon as the integral part is over, we have to put a decimal here. Then the second group will come down, 6 4. Now double this, 5 into 2 multiplied by 2, so that will give us 10. We have to put a number beside 10, so, and it will be multiplied with the same number, that is whatever number I am writing here, I have to write here, so that their product is 864. So let me try with 7, bigger number because it is 800. So it is 749. Still we can move further. Let me try with 8. So it is 864. See, this number is matching. That means we have to put here 8 as well as 8 here also. And the product is 864. Therefore the remainder is 0. So we can write the square root of 33.64 equals to 5.8. I think this process is now becoming more easier than before. Understood? So in this way we have to find the square root of any number which is in the decimal form. Now I am going to show you one more example of little bit bigger, a number which is in the decimal form, a bigger number. So it is 9.85 and this is 96. 9.8596. So first of all, grouping. So here for the integral part from right to left, and for the decimal part left to right, 85 then 96. Okay. So here it is 9. So 3 square, 3 3s are 9. The integral part is over, exhausted. So put the decimal here. Then the next group, that is 85, will come down. 3 is here, double up 3 is 6. Then put 1 here, because 61 into 1 is 61. I cannot put 2. If I put 2 here, it will become 124, bigger than 85. So 1 only. Therefore the remainder here will be 24. Now the second group will come down. The last group, 2496. Here it is 3.1, but we have to consider 31. When we are going to double the number, we will not take the decimal, only the number. So 31 into 2, that is 62. So I have to write 62 here. Now again the same method. 62 is here. I have to put a number here, and then here also it will be multiplied with the same number, and then the result must be 2496 or less. So let me take 3. So it is 9, 6, 18. It is bigger. Let me try with 4. 6, 2, 4. Here it is 62. So I am taking 4. So it is 9, 6, and this side 2, 4. So it is matching. That means I have to write 4 here as well as here, and the product is 2496. Remainder is 0. Therefore root over 9.8596 equals to 3.14. Now the things are becoming more clear, isn't it? Okay, good. So next I am going to show you how to find the square root of any number which is not a perfect square. For example, square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 5. These 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, these are not perfect square. So how to find their square root? Let me show you. So I am going to find the square root of 2. Now see, 2 is not a perfect square. So the square root of 2 will have a non-terminating decimal, means it will go on, it will continue, and you will never get the remainder 0. So in that case, we have to find it in the decimal form. Now if the question says to find the square root of 2 up to 2 decimal place, then we have to find the square root first up to 3 decimal place, and then round it off to make the answer up to 2 decimal place. And if the question is asked to find the square root of 2 correctly up to 3 decimal place, then we have to go for 4 decimal place and then round it off to 3 decimal place. So let me show you. First of all, write 2, and since I have to find the answer correctly up to 2 decimal place, then put a decimal here and 3 groups containing 2 zeros each, because I have to find the answer first in up to 3 decimal place, then round it off. So for finding the answer up to 3 decimal place, I have to make 3 periods which contain 2 groups in 2 zeros in one period. Now grouping it from left to right for the decimal part, left to right, and for the integral part from right to left, like this. So first of all, here it is 1 ones are 1, because I cannot take 2 here, then it will become 2 twos are 4. I have to make it a perfect square. So 1 ones are 1, remainder is 1. The integral part is exhausted, so I have to put a decimal. Then the next group will come down, that is 0 0. So now it is 100. I've got 1 in the quotient, so it will be doubled, it will become 2. So think of a number which should be written beside 2 as well as here also. So maximum I can take up to 4. I cannot take 5, because if I take 5, then I have to multiply 25 by 5. So that will become 125 more than 100. So if I take 4, if I write 4 here and 4 here, so 24 into 4, that is 96. So that is okay. So 4 here, 96. Now the denominator is 4. The remainder is 4. So this group is finished. Now the next group, 2 more zeros. Here it is 1 4, but we will consider 14. So double of 14 is 28. Now this is 400 and this is 28. If I put 1 here, it will become 281. If so, 281 into 1 is 281. If I take 2, so 282 into 2, that will give 564. It is becoming more than 400. So I have to take 1 only. So here 1 as well as here. Then it is 281. So it is 911. Now the last group will come down. So here it is 141 now. Double it, so it will be 282. Now see, 282 is there. I have to choose one number which will be written here as well as here also, and they will be multiplied. So this is about 11,900 and it is only 282. So let me take 3 here. 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are 6, 3 is are 24, balance 2, 8, 4, 6, 9. Let me take 4 because it is much less than this. 2824 into 4. So it is 4 4 is 16, 1, 8, 9, 32, 3, 11. 16 balance 1, 8 plus 1, 9, 32 balance 3, 4, 8, 2 is 8 plus 3, 11, 11 to 9, 6. So here I have to write 4 and 4 here. Actually, this is trial and error method. You have to try for some numbers and check how much closer you can go near the remainder. So it is 4, 0, 6. So the remainder is coming 604. Now we have already got 3 decimal place. We have to find the answer up to 2 decimal place. So we don't have to do any further step. Just from here, root over 2 is equals to, since the third decimal digit, the third decimal place is 4, according to the rule of rounding off, we have to omit 4 and we have to take 1.41 only. correctly up to 2 decimal place. This is the answer. So understood? In this way we can find the square root of any perfect square, square root of any number which is not a perfect square. Now I am going to show you how to find the square root of 3. 3 is also not a perfect square. So first of all, 1 here and 1 here, because 1 ones are 1, and if I put 2 here, then 2 twos are 4, it will become more than 3. So 1 ones are 1. Remainder here is 2. The grouping should be done first. The next group will come, but see here, I have finished that integral part. Then I have to put decimal here, and then these two zeros will come down, the next group. So double of 1 is 2. Now how much I can put here so that it will go closer to this? I have to put the same number here as well as here. I can put 7 maximum. I cannot put more than 7. So if I multiply 27 into 7, it will give 9 and 18. So it is 189. If I take 8 here, then it will become more than 200. So 28 into 8 becomes more than 200. So say up to 7 only. Now again see, this group is finished. Then the next group will come down. Here it is 1 7. So double will be 3 4. Then maximum I can take 3. So 3 here. So it is 1 0 2 9. The remainder is 71. The last group will come down. It is 1 7 3. Double will be 3 4 6. Maximum it will go up to 2 times. 2 here and 2 here. Just do this calculation in the rough by trial and error method. First take 1 or 2 or 3. Check whether it is matching or not. It is becoming less than going closer to this 7100 or not. Then try with another number. So 2 here. So that will give 6 9 2 4. So it is 6 7 1. Now our step is finished, because we have already obtained the answer in 3 decimal place. We have to find the answer correctly up to 2 decimal place. So root over 3 equals to 1.73, because the third digit after decimal is 2, and according to the rule of rounding off, we have to omit these 2. So answer is 1.73 correctly up to 2 decimal place. So hope you have understood how to find the square root of any number which is in the decimal form. I have done root 2 and root 3. You will try with root 5, root 6, root 7, a bigger number also, root 10, root 20, and hope you will be able to do the sum by using this method. So that's all for today. Practice some more sums so that the process become much easier to you. Meet you in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day.